Hi, 6 years ago, we made a series of really sad videos about gun control, which were narrated by Joy, another member of our family. It simply was too emotional for the 7-year-old girl I was back then. The reason I want to revisit these videos, nothing has changed since the originals were released in 2015. Well, let me start with the first video, about school and other mass shootings, which we named, One Death Per 16 Minutes.
The tragedy here in Roseburg is reigniting the debate over gun control. Practically by the end of this broadcast, 2 more people will have been shot and killed in this country. According to the CDC, 1 person is killed with a firearm nearly every 16 minutes in the U.S. And 92 people are killed here every day with firearms, including suicides.
A deadly shooting at an elementary school in Newtown, Connecticut. That's about 24 miles northwest of New Haven. A law enforcement official has told CBS News Justice correspondent Bob Orr that 1 child has been killed and 1 gunman is dead as well.
Right here in Newtown, Connecticut, the site today of a mass shooting, and this time gunfire aimed at elementary school children. We're here in front of the Newtown United Methodist Church, where we've watched people gathering all evening long, as tonight the details are still pouring in. There are 27 victims, 20 children, 7 adults.
More breaking news of that mass shooting. Another shooting in America, another community shattered, and more young lives senselessly taken.
As law enforcement arrived and they heard gunfire, a shooter went inside, used a shotgun, was going after a teacher who managed to get out of the building, but 3 students were injured. 1 is in serious condition, a young girl who's in the hospital in surgery right now.
America's gun violence nightmare goes beyond the mass shootings that happen all too often in this country.
5-month-old Avielle Wakefield killed in a drive-by shooting in Cleveland yesterday.
Enough is enough. When are we going to stop counting babies being killed out there in the streets for nothing?
This will not change until the politics changes and the behavior of elected officials changes. And so the main thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about this.
Since 2001, 153,000 Americans have been killed by gun violence, compared to 3,000 in terrorist attacks, the vast majority of those on 9/11. Americans agree the violence must end, but remain bitterly divided how to stop it.
If the USA had the same gun control as Northwest Europe, all the victims of all these senseless shootings would still be alive. The children of Sandy Hook and all these other schools, the folks in that church massacre would also still be alive. And don't give me this crap about there are also mass shootings in Europe. Yes, there are. Since World War II, there was a mass shooting at average 1 in every 3 years. What is that compared to the USA? 1 shooting in Europe against 1,000 shootings in the USA? Gun control works.
If we didn't have cars, thousands of lives would be saved each year. Yet cars do kill people. And for your information, guns do their job without killing people. Guns give the people a voice. You want to strip the people of their rights. Progressives are fascists. Or lies filled with no citations whatsoever. And you wonder why nobody takes gun control fanatics seriously.
Banning guns addresses the fundamental rights for all Americans to feel safe.
Any Americans? It's a beautiful city, nice people. Yeah, very welcoming.
If I compared it to my city, I'd be more relaxed here.
Been here a few times, with the exception of the drugs that are decriminalized. I haven't seen many drugs at all.
Both times it's been incredibly welcoming, and the people are the sweetest that I've met anywhere in the world.
We feel very safe here. It's been good.
I'm a female traveling by myself, and I feel very safe.
Definitely safe. I haven't seen any crime. You don't even see any police out here.
People seem very mellow here.
I would say people are generally friendly.
Any major city you go to in the States is way, way, way more sketchy, and a place where I would watch myself a lot more than I would ever do in Amsterdam.
I've never seen any violence, fights, anything.
I think
even though it has like old stuff like this, like sex and all these stores, and it's kind of like crazy, but still, I think it's safe.
Amsterdam is a wonderful place, and I've really enjoyed myself here, and I don't see any danger in coming.
Look, stuff happens. There's always a crisis, and the impulse is always to do something, and it's not necessarily the right thing to do.
How many more families, how many more people, how many more times is this going to happen until our country does something?
Yes, how many people and children have to die before the government does something? The next video is about these children. A warning, it can possibly make you cry.
Study after study here in the United States and around the world show incontrovertible evidence that where there is more gun control, there are fewer gun deaths. Overseas, the mass killing of school children in the town of Dunblane in the UK in 1996 brought swift new gun control that's dramatically reduced fatalities. And after 35 people were killed in Australia that same year, the newly elected Conservative Prime Minister John Howard went to the country to appeal for and to ram through changes. And there's not been a mass shooting in Australia since.
Call to action after an unspeakable tragedy. A 5-month-old killed in a drive-by shooting last week. Tonight, this image of her tiny casket. Her death bringing a veteran police chief to the brink of tears, saying, quote, "Our innocent babies getting caught in the crossfire."
Prayers tonight for a Missouri family after their little boy shoots and kills his baby brother. The tragic investigation is first on Fox. Investigators say the 5-year-old boy got a hold of a gun and shot his 9-month-old brother.
It happened this morning in Elmo, Missouri. The child rushed to a Kansas City hospital, dying of his injuries.
If you are a parent, even if you're not a parent, this story will make your heart stop. Tragedy in Raleigh. A 4-year-old child is dead after he gets his hands on his father's pistol. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Daryl Green.
Hi there, I'm Merle Purvis. The boy accidentally shot himself.
Authorities near Minneapolis say a 10-year-old child is dead and a gunman has been taken into custody after an apparent random shooting that also wounded 2 other people, including the child's mother.
This video is about shootings and accidents in the USA with legal guns. In the Netherlands and Northwest Europe, gun ownership is illegal and a crime. Firearm permits for citizens don't exist. Simply owning a gun can result to 4 years in prison. The only exception is made for registered sport shooters and registered hunters, both scrutinized by the police. They can only transport their guns in the back of the car, in a case locked and bolted to the floor of the car. At home, these guns need to be locked up in a safe. The keys have to be stored in a different place of the house. Deviation of these rules will result in losing the permit and the confiscation of gun or guns, plus an extensive fine. Now let's look at Europe, and the number of shootings and killings of the same kind. That's right, nothing happened. If the USA had the same gun control as Northwest Europe, all the victims of all these senseless shootings would still be alive. If you still oppose gun control, you're a major part of the problem.
I repeat, if the USA had European-style gun control, many of these children could be in college or married with children of their own. Next week, we will release the second and last part of this revisit of Gun Control Works. Thanks for watching. Hello, I am Ivy, and this is my place. I also host the Dutch Heretic channel, where we do all kind of goofy stuff. If you like what we do, and want to support us, please click that like and subscribe thingy, and don't forget to ring that bell. We also have a Patreon account, in case you really love us. It is all in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time.